Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank you so much for joining me for our astrology talk. For today's talk, we are diving into what does it mean when you have your Mercury in the sign of Libra. Now, of course, before I get started, if you have not seen any of my videos on what the planet Mercury means or what the sign Libra means in astrology, head over to my channel, Hidden Alchemy, where you can find tons and tons of videos where I dissect this information a little bit deeper than I will in this video. But for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and dive into what it means when you have your Mercury in the sign of Libra. Now, I personally love this Mercury placement. Mercury loves to be in the sign of Virgo. It's exalted in Virgo. But when you have Mercury in Libra, this makes the perfect diplomat, the perfect lawyer, and the perfect mediator. And the reason why I say this is because Mercury is naturally the planet of communication. It's the planet of how we process information logically on the intellectual side and how we are able to communicate this information to other people in the most easiest way that other people can digest as well. So Mercury is really about being able to properly communicate our thoughts as well as understanding our own thoughts. Libra is the sign ruled by Venus naturally. Venus is the planet of love, the planet of partnership, the planet of beauty, diplomacy. Libra is cardinal in nature and it is a masculine air sign, so it rules the intellect. Now, the thing about Mercury, Mercury is the planet ruler of Virgo and Gemini, but because it rules your mind and your intellect, it pairs very well when you put it in air signs like Gemini, of course, as well as Libra and Aquarius. The beautiful thing about Mercury and Libra is that these are folks that really know how to find the right words to say in any given situation that can appear to both parties, especially if you're dealing with multiple people in a situation or if you have to be the mediator of something. These are great people for these types of things. And the reason being is because Venus and Mercury are the two relational planets and they're the two business planets. So if you want to see the strength that you have in business as well as being in relation to other people and communicating with other people, you want to see what your Mercury and your Venus is in. Now, because Mercury is in a Venus sign like Libra, these are people who they're business people. They know and understand how to win friends and influence people, which is a really great book. They know how to be in a situation where they're seeing multiple sides, they're seeing what one party wants, what the other party wants. They know what the end goal is, and then they know how to communicate in a way that doesn't ruffle anyone's feathers. People with a lot of Libran energy, especially if your Mercury is in Libra, these folks care about how other people view them. They care about their relationships. They want to make sure that they are as balanced and as neutral as possible so that other people do not view them and in a way of disliking them. They care a lot about being liked. And when you're dealing with Mercury, I feel like Mercury in Libra is much better than having maybe Moon in Libra or Sun in Libra because when you're dealing with people in terms of communication, you want to be very mindful of how your words come across. And the opposite of this is think about Mercury in Virgo. Mercury is exalted in Virgo. But a Mercury in Virgo person like myself, we are very factual, we're very direct, and we're very kind of black and white about what it is that we're saying because it comes from a place of logic. When you're dealing with Libra, Libra is very intelligent and they understand the logic, but they also understand relationships and they understand people. So they are going to know, okay, this is the fact of the situation, but how can I best communicate this truth in a way that doesn't hurt someone's feelings, but is allowing them to digest what I'm saying? And that is a very important skill to have, whether you're in business or not. Just dealing with people in general, it's just so important to know how to wrap your words with compassion and with ease. And Mercury in Libra folks, they understand how to do this very well because they care so much about their relationships. Now, Mercury is also the planet that rules what we like to study. And these are people who can be great lawyers because they would want to study law. Libra rules justice, it's ruled by the balance beams. These are people who would be interested in law, people who might also be interested in psychology, make really good therapists because they want to understand people and understand how people think and find ways of bringing other people back to balance. Mercury and Libra folks can really have a strong eye of seeing what is out of balance and knowing exactly how to go in, because Libra is masculine. So they're going to be the initiators of action, go in and bring this balance, bring this peace into other people's life. Now, on a more artistic level, Libra is the artist, the aesthetic king or queen, the musician, the fashionista. And when you have Mercury, which is a very quick moving planet, these are people who can make really great fashion designers, really great interior designers, because they have an eye for the details, because Mercury pays a lot of attention to what's going on around them. And because Libra is Venus, it's about the aesthetic. They can understand lines and shapes and symbols in a very deep, intricate way, and really know how to put things together, put clothing together, put a home together, put a website together. These are very good people for aesthetic and just paying attention to how colors and lines and shapes can come together to create an illusion, to create an image, because Venus is the planet of beauty and it is the planet of illusion. And speaking of illusion, these folks can be great makeup artists because they understand how to bring color, lines, shadows, lights, all these things together to create an image and create an illusion of something. Now, something to work on, because Mercury rules the mind and it's very quick. Librans have a hard time of being decisive on a decision because they can see multiple sides to a story. So Mercury and Libra folks really have to work on going deeper into their intuition. They have this great logic ability. They're so intelligent, so smart. They can see things clearly. But when it comes to making a decision, it can be hard. And that's why they like to have a lot of people around them so that they can bounce things off of other people, see other people's opinions, see other people's ideas, and really do it from a logical, strategic standpoint to see, okay, what makes sense. But what's going to help them deeper on a personal level is developing your own sense of intuition. You already have this great gift of, in the mind, being able to see things and dissect things. But now go into your intuition so that you can make that final decision. And Librans have to work on this in general of just trusting self over others. Because these folks are very relational, they care so much about what other people think. They really have to work on trusting what they think and then trusting what they feel intuitively to know, okay, I am making the right choice and the right decision. This is definitely a big placement of indecisiveness. It can take these folks quite some time to make a decision because they can see the duality of the situations and want to make sure that they're making the best choice so that multiple people are at ease. These people care about bringing a lot of peace and ease to their relationships with others. Now, lastly, what I'm going to say about Mercury and Libra folks, these are the social climbers. Libras are the social climbers of the zodiac, period. But when you put Mercury in Libra, these are people who know who's who, what's what, and where's where. Why? Because Mercury rules communication. You put it in the sign of Libra, Librans are so social. Everyone wants to be around them because they're so fashionable, they're so social, they're so aesthetically pleasing, and they know the right people. Librans, especially when they develop a deeper sense of self-worth, they want to be around things that have value, that have aesthetic, and that have worth. So these are the social climbers, especially if your Mercury is in Libra. You're going to know who you need to talk to get where you need to get, what events you need to go to, who's going to be at those events, and most importantly, who you need to be around so that you can continue climbing that social ladder. Now, there's nothing right or wrong about being a social climber, just about knowing who you are and how you operate. My Venus is in Libra, so I definitely understand this energy, but especially with Mercury in Libra, because it's about communication and connecting with other people, this is a perfect placement for that. These are people who could even become like social influencers, right? Because they care a lot about their network. Mercury rules who you're communicating with. Libra rules business. So these are folks that want to make sure that they have the right people in their network so that they can continue to climb that social ladder and reach their level of success for their lifestyle that they want for themselves, because Librans want a lifestyle of luxury, of ease, and of peace. But in any case, such an amazing placement for the planet Mercury to be in the sign of Libra. Definitely the folks that can mediate, that can bring balance, that can bring peace and harmony, and just a lot of fairness to their relationships with others. Let me know if you have this Mercury placement and if it resonates with you, and I will see you for our next video.